Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Blue Team Academy, where we dive deep into cybersecurity and explore the paths that lead to a successful career in this exciting field. I'm your host, Fabio Sobiecki, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me today. Today, we are tackling a question that is always asked all the time. What are cybersecurity jobs? Whether you're just starting, thinking about transitioning into cybersecurity, or simply curious about what goes on behind the scenes, this episode is for you. Before we dive in, I want to invite you to follow Blue Team Academy on your favorite podcast platform. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a review to me, and share this episode with anyone who you might find helpful. Well, let's start. Cybersecurity is a word that we have all heard, and especially in today's digital age, where every aspect of our lives, from the personal data we store in on our devices to transactions that we conduct online, is connected to the internet. But what does this mean to work in cybersecurity? Imagine this. Every day, countless cyber threats are lurking in the digital world. These threats could come in the form of hackers trying to steal your sensitive information, malware designed to disrupt entire networks, or even insider threats from within an organization. The role of cybersecurity professional is to be the guardians of this digital realm. They are the ones who stand in the front lines protecting individuals, companies, and even government from these constant threats. But cybersecurity is not just about fighting off hackers. It's also about creating robust systems that can withstand these attacks, educating users on safe online practice, and ensure that organizations comply with laws and regulations designed to protect data and privacy. In today's episode, we are going to unpack the various roles within the cybersecurity field. We will explore what these jobs entail, the skills needed to succeed, and how you can find your place in this dynamic and ever evolving industry. Whether you are someone who loves to dive deep into technical details, or you are more interested in strategic or managerial aspects, there is a role in cybersecurity for you. So let's dive in and explore the world of cybersecurity jobs. When we talk about cybersecurity jobs, we are referring to a broad spectrum of roles that all share a common goal: protecting data, systems, and networks from unauthorized access and malicious activities. But within that broad goal, there is a diverse range of positions, each with its specific focus, skill set, and responsibilities. Let's break down some of the key roles you might encounter in your cybersecurity field. First, we have the security analyst. This is often the entry point for many professionals into cybersecurity. Security analysts are like the detectives of the cybersecurity world. They monitor network traffic, analyze security alerts, and respond to incidents. Their job is to detect and mitigate threats as quickly as possible to minimize the damage. They use a variety of tools and techniques to identify suspicious activity, investigate potential breaches, and implement measures to prevent the future attacks. Then there is another professional, the penetration tester, or pen tester for short. Pen testers are the ethical hackers of the industry. Their job is to simulate attacks on a system, network, or an application to find out vulnerabilities before malicious hackers can exploit them. Think of them like the good guys who are always a step ahead of the bad guys. They will use tools like Metaexploit or Burpsuit to test the security of an organization's defenses and then report back with recommendations on how to improve them. Another crucial role is the security architect. These professionals are responsible for designing and building the security infrastructure for an organization. They create the blueprints for security systems, networks, and applications, ensuring that every layer of the technology stack is protected. Security architects need to have a deep understanding of both IT systems and security principles because they are the ones who set the foundation for organizations' security posture. Incident responders are another vital part of cybersecurity ecosystem. These are the first responders to any security breach or incident. When an attack happens, incident responders jump into actions, analyzing the threat, containing it, and working to recover any lost data or restore affected systems. They are like the emergency room doctors of cybersecurity, often working under high pressure to resolve the critical situation as quickly as possible. Let's not forget the cybersecurity consultant. These experts are often brought into from outside an organization to provide specialized knowledge and guidance. They might conduct security audits, help to develop a company's security policies, or assist with implementing a new security technologies. Consultants need to be well versed in the latest security trends and practices, as they often working across various industries and face unique challenges with each client. Moving up the ladder, there is a roles like Chief Information Security Officer, the CISO. The CISO is a high-level executive responsible for an organization's overall security strategy. They oversee all security operations, ensure compliance with regulations, and report directly to the CEO or the board of directors. The CISO is the one making the big decisions about how to protect the company's assets and manage risk at a strategic level. And of course, there are specialized roles like malware analysts who focus on understanding and neutralizing malicious software, the forensics experts who investigate cybercrimes by analyzing digital evidences, and of course, the compliance officers who ensure that an organization adheres to the legal standards and regulations regarding to data protection and privacy. Each of these roles plays an important part in the cybersecurity ecosystem. The diversity in job types means there's something for almost every interest and skill set, whether you are hands on with technology, more analytical, or even more managerial. As cybersecurity threats continue to evolve, so too do the roles in the field, offering endless opportunities for growth and specialization. When people hear the term cybersecurity, their minds often jump straight to images of hackers in dark rooms, furiously typing away at keyboards, or maybe the Hollywood style scenarios where a lone genius stops a massive cyber attack with seconds to spare. But the reality of cybersecurity is far more nuanced, and it's important to clear up some common misconceptions about what cybersecurity jobs are not. First and foremost, Cybersecurity is not just about hacking. While technical or ethical hacking, also known as penetration testing, is indeed a critical component of cybersecurity, it represents just one part of a much more larger picture. The field is often mistakenly equated with hacking because that's the aspect most highlighted in popular media. However, cybersecurity encompasses a wide range of activities, from security networks and developing policies to educating users and responding to incidents. So, if you are picturing yourself in a cybersecurity role, don't think it's all about breaking into systems. There is a lot of more to do it. Another common misconception is that cybersecurity is not solely a technical field. While technical expertise is certainly important, cybersecurity also involves strategic, managerial, and even legal aspects. For example, roles in cybersecurity management require a deep understanding of risk assessment, compliance, and policymaking. These positions are critical for guiding an organization's overall security posture and ensuring that all teams are aligned in their approach to protect assets. Similarly, roles in security awareness training are about educating people, not about writing code or configuring firewalls. It's also important to note that cybersecurity jobs are not always glamorous or high adrenaline. The image of a cybersecurity professional racing against the time to stop a breach is a dramatic one, but the day to day reality often involves detailed and sometimes tedious work. For instance, a large part of a job might involve combining through logs to identify potential threats, updating security protocols, or ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements. This work is crucial, but it's not always as exciting as the movies might suggest. It requires patience, attention to detail, and a proactive mindset. Moreover, cybersecurity is not just about computers and networks. There are significant human elements involved. Many security breaches occur not because of failure in technology, but due to human error. Therefore, cybersecurity roles often focus on the human factor, whether it's through developing security policies that take human behavior into account, conducting training to prevent phishing attacks, or managing incident response teams in a way that optimizes communication and collaboration. Understanding psychology, communication, and organizational behavior can be just important as understanding the technical aspects. Cybersecurity jobs are also not limited to big tech companies. While tech giants like Google, Microsoft, or Amazon certainly have large cybersecurity teams, the need for cybersecurity professionals extend far beyond the tech industry. Healthcare organizations, financial institutions, government agencies, educational institutions, and even small business all are required robust cybersecurity measures. This means that opportunities in cybersecurity are vast and varied, and you can find a role that suits to your interests in almost any sector. Finally, cybersecurity is not static. It's a field that evolves rapidly and has new threats emerge, has new technologies advances. What works today may not work tomorrow, which means that cybersecurity professionals must be committed to continuous learning and adaptation. It's not a field where you can rest on your laurels. Staying current with the latest developments, tools, and best practice is a must. In summary, cybersecurity is not just about hacking, it's not solely technical, it's not always glamorous, it's not just about technology, it's not limited to tech industry, and it's certainly not static. Understanding these nuances is crucial for anyone considering a career in cybersecurity or looking to deepen their understanding of the field. Cybersecurity is not just a field, it's a booming industry with a vast array of opportunities for those who are ready to seize them. Whether you are just starting your career, looking to pivot from another industry, or already in tech and thinking about specializing, cybersecurity offers a multitude of paths and possibilities. But how can you turn this burgeoning field into a personal opportunity? Firstly, cybersecurity is not of the fastest growing industry in the world. With the increasing frequency of sophistication of cyber attacks, organizations of all sizes are realizing the importance of investing in robust cybersecurity measures. This growing demand translates into a wealth of job opportunities. The shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals is well documented, which means that if you have the right skills, you will be able to be in the high demand. This can lead to better job security, competitive salaries, and opportunities for rapid career advancement. Identifying your strengths and aligning them with cybersecurity roles is a key strategy. Cybersecurity is a broad field, and there's room for a variety of skill sets. For example, if you are someone who enjoys problem solving and has a knack of thinking like a hacker, roles in penetration testing or threat hunting could be a good fit for you. If you are more inclined towards strategy and big picture thinking, roles in cybersecurity management or risk assessment might suit to you better. Even if your background, even if your background isn't strictly technical, there are roles in policy development, compliance, and user education that are critical to holistic cybersecurity strategy. Let's talk about how cybersecurity can offer you a chance to make meaningful impact. In this field, your work is not just about protecting data, it is about safeguarding the privacy, security, and trust of individuals, organizations, and even the entire nation. The impact of your work can be profound, from preventing financial losses to protect sensitive information and maintaining public trust. For those driven by a sense of purpose, cybersecurity provides a way to contribute to something larger than yourself. Cybersecurity also provides opportunities for continuous learning and growth. This is a field where things change rapidly. New threats emerge, new technologies are developed, and new regulations are introduced. For lifelong learners and those who love to stay on the cutting edge, cybersecurity offers endless opportunities to expand your knowledge and expertise. Whether through formal education, certifications, or self study, the learning never stops. This continual learning not only keeps the job interesting, but also enhances your marketability and career prospects. Moreover, cybersecurity is a global industry. Cyber threats know no borders, and neither does the demand for cybersecurity expertise. Whether you are looking to work for a multinational corporation, a government agency, or even as a freelancer offering your services to clients around the world, cybersecurity skills are highly transferable across industry and geographies. This global demand provides a unique opportunity to work in different countries, cultures, and sectors, further broadening your career horizons. Now, let's consider how you can leverage on your expertise in experience to transition into cybersecurity. If you are already working in IT, you are likely closer to a cybersecurity role than you might think. Skills in networking, system administration, software development, and even project management can all be pivoted toward the cybersecurity career. If you are coming from a non technical background, don't be discouraged. Roles in compliance, legal, and user education require a strong understanding of policies, regulations, and human behavior, making them excellent entry points into cybersecurity world. For those interested in entrepreneurship, cybersecurity offers fertile ground. The increasing demand for cybersecurity solutions means that there are numerous opportunities to start your own business, whether it's offering consulting services, developing security software, or even creating educational content to help others to break into the field. The entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in cybersecurity, and for those with innovative ideas, the possibilities are endless. Finally, it's important to recognize that cybersecurity can also be pathway to the leadership. As organizations places great emphasis on cybersecurity, there's a growing need for leaders who understand the intricacies of cybersecurity and can guide their organizations through the complexities of digital age. Whether it's a role like Chief Information Security Officer or another senior position, cybersecurity expertise is becoming increasingly valuable at the highest levels of an organization. In summary, cybersecurity offers a wealth of opportunities for those who are prepared to take advantage of them. Whether you are looking for job security, personal growth, the chance to make a difference, or the opportunity to innovate, cybersecurity has something to offer. The key is to recognize these opportunities and position yourself to seize them. To truly understand the impact of cybersecurity jobs, it's essential to look at the real world cases where cybersecurity professionals have made the significant difference. These stories not only illustrate the importance of various roles in the field, but also provide a glimpse into the challenges and triumphs that come with protecting digital assets. Let's start with a case involving a security operations center analyst. SOC analysts are the eyes and ears of an organization's cybersecurity team, constantly monitoring network traffic and system logs for any signs of suspicious activity. In one particular case, a SOC analyst at a large financial institution noticed an unusual pattern of login attempts from various IP addresses across the globe. The analyst's training and keen eye for detail kicked in. This didn't look like a normal user behavior. After digging deeper, the analyst discovered that these attempts were part of a coordinated brute force attack aimed at compromising user accounts. The analysts immediately escalate the issue to the incident response team, which led to the implementation of additional security measures, including rate limit on login attempts and enhanced multi-factor authentication, the MFA. The swift action taken by SOC analysts and the broader cybersecurity team helped preventing that could have been a massive breach, potentially saving the company millions of dollars and protecting the personal information of thousands of customers. Next, consider the role of a penetration tester, sometimes called an ethical hacker. Pen testers are hired to find vulnerabilities before the bad guys do. In one real world scenario, a penetration tester was tasked with evaluating the security of a healthcare provider's network. During the engagement, the pen testers discovered a critical vulnerability in the provider's web application that could allow attackers to gain unauthorized access to patients' records. The penetration tester was able to exploit this vulnerability in a controlled environment, demonstrating how an attacker could retrieve sensitive medical information. The healthcare provider took this information seriously and quickly patched the vulnerability, significantly improving the cybersecurity of their systems. In this case, the work of the penetration tester not only protected sensitive health data, but also helped the organization to avoid potential regulatory fines and damage to its reputation. Another compelling example involves a digital forensic expert. After a major data breach at a retail company, a digital forensics team was brought in to investigate how the attackers gained access and what data had been compromised. The forensics expert meticulously combed through the logs, devices, and even employee communications to trace the origin of the breach. Their investigation revealed that the breach was the result of a phishing attack that tricked an employee into providing their login credentials. Using this information, the company was able to close the security gaps that allowed the breach to happen, recover the compromised data, and take legal action against the perpetrators. The digital forensics experts' work was crucial in not only identifying the root cause of the attack, but also in helping the organization to recover from the incident and rebuild trust with its customers. Let's also highlight the role of cybersecurity consultant. A small manufacturing company faced increasing pressure to comply with international cybersecurity regulations as they expanded their operations globally. They hired a security consultant to help them to navigate through the complex landscape of compliance and develop a security strategy that would protect their intellectual property. The consultant conducted a comprehensive audit of the company's existing security measures, identified key areas of risk, and developed a tailored security plan that included both technical solutions and employee training programs. The consultant's expertise not only helped the company to achieve the compliance with regulations like GDPR, but also significantly reduced the risk of industrial espionage and other cyber threats. This case demonstrates how cybersecurity is not just about information technology, it's also about understanding the regulatory environment and aligning security measures with the business goals. Finally, Consider the story of a chief information security officer at a multinational corporation. The CISO was responsible for overseeing the cybersecurity of the company's global operations, which included protecting sensitive customer data and ensuring business continuity in the event of a cyber attack. During a merger with another company, the CISO identified a significant risk. The acquired company's IT infrastructure was outdated and vulnerable to attack. Recognizing the urgency, the CISO led a comprehensive cybersecurity overhaul of the newly acquired company's system, integrating them into the parent company's more secure infrastructure. This involved not only upgrading technology but also aligning the principal security policies and procedures across both organizations. Thanks to the CISO's proactive approach, the company was able to prevent any cybersecurity incidents during the merger process, protecting both companies' reputations and its bottom line. These real cases illustrate the diversity and importance of cybersecurity roles, whether it's detecting and stopping an ongoing attack, finding and fixing vulnerabilities before they can be exploited, investigating breaches, or ensuring compliance with regulations. Cybersecurity professionals are the forefront of protection in the digital world. These stories show that while the work can be challenging, it's also incredibly rewarding, offering the chance to make a real difference in the cybersecurity and success of organizations. Stepping into the world of cybersecurity might seem daunting at first, especially with all the technical jargon and specialized roles. But the good news is that there are many pathways into this field, whether you are just starting in your career, pivoting from another industry, or looking to advance your current IT skills. Let's break down the steps to get you started in cybersecurity. First, build a strong foundations in IT basics. Before diving deep into cybersecurity, it's essential to have a solid understanding of fundamentals of IT. This includes networking, operating systems, and basic programming. Network is especially crucial because understanding how data moves through the internet and within networks is key to understanding how to protect it. You can starting by familiarizing yourself with concepts like TCP/IP, DNS, firewalls, and VPNs. Operating systems knowledge is also vital. Most cybersecurity professionals work with a variety of operating systems, including Windows, Linux, and macOS. Knowing how these systems work, their vulnerabilities, and how they interact with each other will give you a solid grounding. For programming, learning languages like Python or Bash can be incredibly useful for automating tasks and understanding how software vulnerabilities can be exploited. 2. Start learning about cybersecurity principles. Once you have got a handle on the basics, starting delving into cybersecurity specific knowledge. Begin with understanding core concepts such as CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, which forms the foundation of cybersecurity measures. Learn about encryption, how data can be protected, and the different types of cyber threats like malware, phishing, and DOS attacks. You can find many free resources online to get started, including blogs, forums, and YouTube channels dedicated to cybersecurity. Websites like Cybery, Coursera, and EDX offer beginner-friendly courses that covers the essentials. 3. Get certified. Certifications are a great way to validate your knowledge and make yourself more attractive to employers. For those just starting, CompTIA Security Plus is an excellent entry-level certification. It covers a broad range of topics including network security, compliance, operational security, threats, vulnerabilities, and cryptography. As you gain more experience, you might want to pursue more specialized certifications like Certified Ethical Hacker, which focus on penetration tests, or Certified Information System Security Professional, which is aimed at those with a few years of experience and covers advanced security management. 4. Gain practical experience. Theory is important, but cybersecurity is a field where hands-on experience is invaluable. Start by setting up your home lab. You can use virtual machines to simulate networks and practice different scenarios. Tools like VirtualBox or VMware allow you to create isolated environments where you can experiment without risking your main system. Participant into Capture the Flags (CTF) competition is another great way to gain practical experience. These are cybersecurity challenges that range from beginner to expert levels and allow you to test your skills in a simulated environment. Websites like Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, and CTF Time offers you a platform where you can practice and compete. 5. Network with cybersecurity professionals. Building a network of contacts in the cybersecurity industry can open up many doors. Attend cybersecurity conferences, meetups, and webinars to meet people in the field. Engaging with professionals on platforms like LinkedIn, joining cybersecurity groups, and participating in forums like Reddit can also help you learn from others' experiences and stay updated with industry trends. Mentorship is also valuable. Finding a mentor who is already working in the cybersecurity can provide you with guidance, help you to navigate your career path, and introduce you to opportunities that you might not find by your own. 6. Explore entry-level job opportunities. Once you feel confident in your skills, start looking for entry-level positions. Roles like security analyst, SOC analyst, or junior penetration tester are great starting points. Don't be discouraged if your first job is not your dream role. Getting your foot in the door is what matters. Many professionals start in roles like IT support or network administration before moving into specialized cybersecurity positions. When applying for jobs, tailor your resume to highlight your cybersecurity skills, certifications, and any hands-on projects or labs you have completed. Even if your experience is primarily academic or self-taught, showing that you have taken the initiative to develop your skills will make you stand out. 7. Stay current and keep learning. Cybersecurity is constantly evolving field. within the new threads, technologies, and techniques emerging all the time. To stay ahead, it's crucial to commit to lifelong learning. Follow cybersecurity news, subscribe to newsletter from sources like Krebs on Security, and regularly read research papers from organizations like SANS or OWASP. As you gain more experience, continue to pursue advanced certifications and consider specializing in a specific area of cybersecurity that interests you, such as incident response, threat hunting, or cloud security. 8. Consider formal education. While not always necessary, formal education can be beneficial, especially if you are aiming for higher level positions. Degrees in cybersecurity, computer science, or information technology can provide a comprehensive understanding of field and open up more opportunities. Some universities also offers specialized programs in cybersecurity that can give you an edge in the job market. 9. Get involved in cybersecurity community. Finally, actively contributing to cybersecurity community can be incredibly rewarding. This could mean writing a blog posts about your experiences, contributing to open source security projects, or speaking at conferences. Being involved in community not only helps others but also builds your reputation as a knowledgeable and engaged professional. Starting a career in cybersecurity might seem like a long journey, but with determination, continuous learning, and practical experience, you can build a rewarding and impactful career. The key is to take that first step. Start learning, start experimenting, and start connecting with others in the field. The opportunities in cybersecurity are vast and varied, and with the right approach, you can find your niche in and make the difference. As any field, there are certain best practices and pitfalls to be aware of when embarking on a career in cybersecurity. Understanding the do's and don'ts can help you navigate your journey more effectively, avoid common mistakes, and set yourself up to success. Let's dive into some key guidelines. Do stay curious and keep learning. Cybersecurity is an ever evolving field. New threats, technologies, and techniques are constantly emerging, which means continuous learning is essential. Stay curious, never stop asking questions, exploring new tools, or trying out new ideas. Subscribe to cybersecurity newsletter, take part in webinars, and consider pursuing further certifications as you progress in your career. Remember, the most successful cybersecurity professionals are those who remain lifelong learners. Do get hands-on experience. Theory is important, but practical experience is what truly sets you apart in cybersecurity. Set up your home lab to practice different scenarios, experiment with tools, and develop your skills. Participate in capture the flag competitions, contribute to open source projects, or take on a freelance work to build real world experience. The more hands-on experience you have, the more confident and capable you will be when faced with real security challenges. Do network and seek mentorship. Building connections within the cybersecurity community can open doors and provide invaluable guidance. Attend industry conferences, join online forums, and connect with professionals on LinkedIn. Seeking out a mentor can also be incredibly beneficial. They can provide you with advice, share their experiences, and help you navigate into the complexities of this field. Networking is not just about finding job opportunities, it's also about learning from others and growing as a professional. Do develop strong communication skills. Cybersecurity is not just about technical skills, it's also about communication. You will often need to explain complex security concepts to non technical stakeholders, such as management or end users. Being able to clearly and effectively communicate the importance of security measures, the risk involved, and the steps that need to be taken is crucial. Strong communication skills can make you more effective in your role and help you advance in your career. Do focus on building a well rounded skill set. While it's important to specialize, having a broad understanding of different aspects of cybersecurity can make you more versatile and valuable. For instance, even if you are not primarily focused on pen testing, understanding network incidents, incident response, and compliance can give you more holistic view of the field. Employers value professionals who can approach problems from multiple angles and work effectively with cross functional teams. Do stay ethical. Cybersecurity professionals are entrusted with sensitive information and powerful tools. Always adhere to ethical guidelines and legal standards. Whether you are conducting pen testing, handling incident response, or simply discussing security matters, integrity should be your guiding principle. The cybersecurity community places a high value on ethics and maintain a reputation for honesty and trustworthiness will serve you well throughout your career. Don't assume you have to know everything right away. Cybersecurity is a vast and complex field, and it's impossible to know everything at once. Don't be discouraged if you don't understand every concept or tool right away. Focus on building a strong foundation and gradually expanding your knowledge. It's okay to start with the basics and work your way up. Everyone's journey is different, and there's always more to learn. Don't neglect the human element. Cybersecurity is not just about technology, it's also about people. Social engineering attacks, such as phishing, often exploit human vulnerabilities rather than technical flaws. As you build your technical skills, don't forget to consider the human factors in cybersecurity. This includes educating users about security best practice, understanding how human behavior can impact security, and developing strategies to mitigate risks associated to human errors. Don't overlook the importance of documentation. Good documentation is often overlooked, but it's vital in cybersecurity. Whether it's documenting security policies, incident response procedures, or the steps you took during the security audit, clear and detailed documentation is crucial. It helps to ensure consistency, provides a reference for the future use, and can be a lifesaver during audits or investigations. Don't underestimate the power of well organized and throughout documentation. Don't become complacent. Cybersecurity is a field where complacency can lead to disaster. Just because a system is secure today doesn't mean it will be secure tomorrow. Always be on the lookout for new vulnerabilities Stay updated on latest threats and continuously review and improve your security practice. Complacency can lead to breaches, so always maintain a proactive mindset and be prepared to adapt to new challenges. Don't isolate yourself. Cybersecurity is a collaborative field. Don't try to go it alone. Engage with your peers, share knowledge, and seek out opportunities to work with others. Isolation can limit your growth and leave you vulnerable to missing important developments in the field. Whether it's through participating in forums, attending meetups, or collaborating on projects, staying connected with the community will enhance your learning and help you stay ahead of the curve. Don't ignore the business context. It's easy to get caught in the technical aspects of cybersecurity, but it's important to remember that cybersecurity is ultimately about protecting the business. Always consider the business implication of your security decisions. Understand the organizational goals, risk tolerance, and regulatory requirements. Cybersecurity solutions should align with and support the business objectives, not hinder them. The do's and don'ts of cybersecurity are guidelines to help you navigate the complexities of a dynamic field. By staying curious, getting hands on experience, networking, and maintaining a strong ethical foundation, you can build a successful career in cybersecurity. On the flip side, avoiding common pitfalls like complacency, isolation, and neglecting the human element will help you steer clear of many challenges that can derail your progress. Remember, cybersecurity is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the learning process and stay committed to your growth. That's it for today's episode of Blue Team Academy. I hope you found this discussion on cybersecurity jobs helpful and inspiring. If you did, please follow, like, and share this podcast with your friends and colleagues. Also, if you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover in the future episodes, feel free to reach out. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay safe out there.